We're back here on the platform, the special edition of our program, and every weekend we engage in conversation with Bianca Nygard. And this week now we are going to show some of the activities in the Nygard operation around the world. And many Bahamians are not appreciative of what Peter Nygard is doing in other countries of the world, but providing employment opportunities to people in Bangladesh, in Kenya, in China, in the United States, and elsewhere. And the latest World Vision Report shows that Peter Nygard is has one of the best retail supply chains in the world. You want to speak to that?
Yes. Well, what that means is that they've gone through the factories that he has internationally, and they check to see how clean it is and what the environment is like, and to make sure that there's no child labor there and stuff. And so my dad is one of the best in the world for that. He supplies, the factories are nice and clean. He supplies even some child care, free lunches, all kinds of things to make it a very nice working environment.
I saw some footage recently where he got a hero's welcome in Kenya.
Yeah.
I mean, it was as if they were crowning this man who they all work for.
This footage made me so proud of my father, and it almost made me tear up. You know, it's just such a wonderful welcome, and the street was completely packed with people. They were so happy that he was there. So it's really nice.
We're talking about tens of thousands of
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at some of the footage from Kenya. We're going to do them in order, right?
Okay.
Kenya, Bangladesh, and China.
China, yeah, where he was just recently at.
He was in China recently. China is the latest factory? Or?
No, he's always had these factories in China, but he continually goes himself to make sure that he's hands-on and knows that these factories are in good working order. So that's why he does these world factory tours.
Yes, he's going around. I understand he's just back from Vietnam as well. Is there something happening in Vietnam?
I'm not sure what's
You're
going
not
on.
sure?
He has his own plane, so he just goes wherever. Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at what is happening in these factories in Kenya, Bangladesh, and in China.
Bangladesh, a country located in South Asia, is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. With a population of over 160 million, it is the world's second largest exporter of textiles and apparel, with $22 billion in annual exports. Home to more than 5,600 apparel factories that employ over 4 million people, of which 90% are women, the Bangladeshi apparel industry has single-handedly created an opportunity for millions of women that are now working and living in the city. The industry contributes more than 3/4 of its export earnings and is second only in size to China, which they expect to soon overtake. Out of the world's underdeveloped countries, Bangladesh is by far the most progressive, and growth of the apparel industry is forecasted to quadruple in size over the next 20 years. In Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh, stood Rana Plaza, an 8-story commercial building. On April 24, 2013, Rana Plaza collapsed due to substandard building construction. This tragedy put a black mark on the apparel industry in Bangladesh. The global apparel industry rallied quickly to their aid by creating the Alliance for Bangladesh Worker Safety. The Bangladesh apparel industry has since undergone significant improvements, with over 150 international apparel companies focused on improving working conditions, safety standards, and job protection. On May 21, 2014, leading Canadian fashion designer Peter Nygard, chairman of Nygard International, personally visited Dhaka, Bangladesh to inspect and audit with building owners, safety committees, and factory workers to ensure safety and healthy work conditions were in place to benefit thousands of Bangladeshi apparel factory workers. Nygard International has set a new standard in the industry by having the highest paying apparel factories in Bangladesh. There is a strict no child labor policy, with every employee being 18 years of age or older. They take care of their employees and their families by providing education, literacy classes, child daycare, medical aid, and free lunch provided to all workers. Nygard International is dedicated to deliver improvements in responsible and ethical business practices. With SEDEX CAP certification, their factories are audited for fire safety, including inspections to ensure correctly installed firefighting equipment on the factory floor and at worker stations, up to code electrical wiring, and regular machine maintenance. Nygard International has gone one step above by being environmentally responsible. Their factory is recognized with a Green Factory and Plan A certification that covers energy efficiency, water management, building insulation, temperature management, eco-policy certification and standards, and lighting and waste management. Nygard International is socially responsible and consistently working to reduce its carbon footprint. Nygard factories are not just the best in Bangladesh, but are the best in the world. Nygard International is proud to be part of the continued support and aid of Bangladesh and other underdeveloped countries in their path to industrialization into the modern world. Their endeavor in Bangladesh serves as a model for global collaboration.
I want the sisters that are real stars. He's a star in this girl.
Here we are in the final segment of our program, and we hope you enjoyed the sights and sounds of the Nygard operations in Kenya, Bangladesh, and China. And Bianca Nygard, his daughter, she says that her father moves so quickly. It is difficult to keep tabs on him. Right? You don't know which country is in a given week. Eh?
Right. We're always calling travel. Where is my dad now? You know, never know where he's going to be. But he has juggling so many things at the same time. You know.
And at the same time, taking care of what is happening with the operation here in the Bahamas. And even though you had that fire some years ago, you've kept that property going in at Nygard Key, that you entertain so many young people. You have a full-time staff at Nygard Key, don't you?
We do. We have about 30, I'd say 30 to 35 staff members at Nygard Key. But, you know, actually, come to think of it, I do always show footage of what Nygard Key is on the good side of it. I mean, I should probably take some footage of what the other side looks that all got burnt down. So I probably could provide that next week. But we are still waiting to rebuild, and there was a fire, and, you know, we do not have a house part anymore, really.
Yeah, you've been doing some wonderful things with what you have left.
Right.
It is a beautiful property, and it is good to see many young people enjoying it, like the young people from the Youth Empowerment Program.
Yeah, it's really nice. Thank you.
You continue to do a good job.
Okay.
Thank you so very much for being here again today and bringing us all of this good footage that we have enjoyed.
Thank you, too. Thanks for having me.
Good, thank you. Thank you for watching and listening to our program today. Good evening, everyone.